Way. 3 locations in Sumner, Puyallup, South Hill, home of the original No Big Deal Pickle Pizza. Book one of their 3 food trucks for catering, birthday parties, graduations, and corporate events. Find Fat Zach's Pizza on Facebook, Instagram, and, of course, at fatzachspizza.com. You can follow the great Chris Egan, again, loosely, on X and Instagram at Chris Egan, and catch all of his work up at King 5 and king5.com. And you will see him a lot on King 5 because they run this guy into the ground over there.
You know what, Puckett? Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to everyone. My wife just told me that I don't want to talk to you before you get your coffee. So here's my coffee. Got my coffee, Puck. We're going to show this on Puck Sports, what I do with my coffee. I'm going to put a little collagen in there. I don't know if you've ever used this before. It's not a sponsored brand. It's just what my wife tells me to put in there.
Oh, I've used that. Yeah, I've used that.
A little whipped cream. I'm going to throw a little whipped cream in there. Oh, that's funny. It's a Friday. It's a Friday. And Puck, this is what everybody – Puck Sports, once again, these are non-sponsored items for me. They're just items of the Egan house. I don't know if you got this little thing here. I love it. You just, boom, here we go. And my wife says, you can't even talk to Puck. You can't talk to me before you get some coffee in your system.
What is that you're using? Listener, he's just, it looks like a whisk.
It's like a frappe whisk thing. Yeah. It's called Zule Kitchen. Very fancy. But happy Friday. I'm officially underway now. I don't know what it is, Puck. Why do I have to have a coffee? Is that just mental in my system?
I think it's mental. Yeah.
I'm just a grump. I mean, you saw me, Puck. I was texting you. I was a grump to you. I was a grump to my wife. I don't know. So I apologize to anyone I run into before I have a coffee.
I think it was a late night for you.
It was a fun night. It was a late. I'll say this. For the first time ever,
did you turn one on last night like a high school kid? You did, didn't you? A little bit.
I had some fun. I had a great time.
Good for you.
Was with some good people last night. Got up very early to get up to the Kraken Iceplex because we now have a Kraken show we have to do. And so I was told to be there at 11. I have to, when you're leaving Puyallup, you got to leave like at 8:30 to get there. Practice ends at 10:30. I've got a producer asking where I'm at. I said, what time did you tell me to be there? She said 11. I said, yeah, it's 10:30. Luckily, I was there. Had a phenomenal, great, as you used the word, one-on-one with Brandon Tanev, Turbo. Love this kid. We got him. He'll be the player I'll be featuring this week on our Kraken show. 15 years old, Puck. Brandon Tanev was told you're too little to play hockey. So he said, whatever. And went and ran cross country, did track, did soccer, kept his dream alive, kept playing hockey, ended up, winning a national championship for the Providence Flyers, scored the game-winning goal for Providence as they beat Boston College, goes to the NHL, plays for Winnipeg, plays for Pittsburgh, and now he's in his 4th season with the Kraken. So we did that story, came back to the station, did some Seahawks stories, and then I went to the Kraken game, Puck, and I enjoyed it as a fan for the first time. It was kind of cool. What
was the poison of choice last night?
Well, I go Coors Light. Love the Coors Lights.
Yeah, you do.
I'll hit those up. I don't mind them. You know me. I like a good margarita here and there. Get back to work. The youngins, as I call them, they said, Egan, let's go to Hooterville. Hooverville. I call it Hooterville.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. So the game. Wait a minute. Slow down, champ. Slow down. So you go to the game, right? Are we going anywhere? Are we what we like to say back in the day? Are we pre-funking anywhere? Are we just going right to the game into the seats?
Well, I was working, so I'm right to the game. I was actually doing some stuff at Climate Pledge, so it kind of worked out well.
Are you meeting friends there? Family?
Meeting some family and friends.
Okay.
Some it was some family friends, some baseball friends, some old tennis friends. So it was
what a party! It's a party, and so you and then the drinks. So the Coors Light, the game happens. We're having a good time throughout the game. We're shaking hands, kissing babies, because people don't know this about Egan. When you go out with Egan, he's like a politician. Everybody wants to come up to him and take their picture, shake his head. Love what you do for high school sports, Chris.
Can I tell you my best line ever?
Love what you do for high school sports, Chris.
I want to get back to our party, but last week I'm at a big game in a fan at Archbishop Murphy, and I don't know if he was from Archbishop Murphy. He goes, Egan! And he's in the crowd. He goes, yeah, oh, I like your sports, but I watch Como for their news. So I literally, Puck, I do not hold back because it's like I turn around and I go, sir. He goes, yeah, what up, Egan? You can tell the whole crowd is like,
yeah, everybody's looking at everybody.
And now. This is where I know, like, there's somebody's videotaping me because somebody thinks I'm going to go off.
Well, of course.
So I go, sir, thank you. You can, you watch whatever you want, buddy. How many times has Como been here to cover Archbishop Murphy?
Yeah, good one. That's a shot across the bow to Nico. You wear that, Nico.
and the best is some mom.
Poor Nico's getting arrows right now. Damn.
Some mom up in the crowd goes, they haven't been here. Egan's been here 5 times. Shut up, Frank. Shut up. You're ruining it for us. So
F you, Frank. F you, man.
So I will say this. From a fan perspective, back to my night at Climate Pledge, yes, I understand it is expensive for a lot of families to go there, but gosh, they put on a pretty good show. You put down a couple Coors Lights and a margarita, and you really enjoy that show.
So let's get back to the night. Stop.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So we're at the game. We got Coors Lights are flowing. The margaritas are flowing.
Yeah.
The game gets over, and did you went back to the station?
I had to go back because I got a ride from one of my buddies because, well, it's good. You don't want to drive.
Sure, right. I got you. So you're going back to the station.
Got to drive back there. And we have a group at King 5. I call them the Youngins. That's the producers and reporters 20 to 35.
Yeah. Who's in this? Who's in this club?
Oh, it's a big club. I mean, you got, it's just, there's a lot of them are, I love them all because they teach me things and I teach them things. And
right.
And they're like, hey, it's payday Friday tomorrow, Egan. We're going to Hooverville. And I'm like, why wouldn't we go to Hooverville?
Of course you're going to go to Hooverville. And Hooverville's right down the street. I mean, you should be going to Hooverville. If I were stationed where you were, I'd be at Hooverville every night. It's a great bar.
It's kind
now, I would say this about Hooverville. Bring back the peanuts. They got rid of the peanuts, and I don't like it. Get back to, someone probably had a peanut allergy, so they got rid of them. But there was a great ambiance to having the peanut shells on the ground. But
I feel like I've got pretty tight with the Hooverville staff, so I'm gonna tell them that maybe tonight we may be back there tonight because I told everybody, I told the youngins, I said, isn't payday Friday? Oh no, Chris, once it's midnight, it's payday. I'm like, well, I thought we celebrate this on Friday. And they go, yeah, we do both. We do Thursday and Friday.
And they double dip.
So
you're there at Hooverville. How long of a session did we put into Hooverville?
You know what? Not a long one, but I don't know why I went to the cider beer.
So let's keep track at home, kids. Coors Light.
A couple
margarita,
maybe 3 Coors Lights,
and then we went to a cider. And again, I think cider should be banned, but that's my personal thing.
What's your thoughts on that? Why do you?
I think it's terrible.
I think it's tasty. You don't think it's good?
No, I would. I'll put people on the barge and we'll send them out to the Pacific Ocean with those cider drinkers.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like cider drinkers. I don't like any of it. Okay, so you did a couple ciders.
I'd love to get into this cider debate because I still think it's fruity, it's fresh. You feel like you're helping out Washington State Orchard.
You're drinking one for the farmers? Okay, I see what you're saying.
I mean, the kids in Royal City, I'm helping them out.
That's right. You are helping the folks out in Royal City. Royal City, underrated, great little town in America, in our state.
Yeah, great orchard out there.
Okay, so then a couple of ciders, and then we're done. We're done for the evening.
Well, not yet, Puck, because so here's my thought process. So yesterday I had to do a promo shoot with Paul and Ariel at T-Mobile. It was a photo shoot. So the whole day I'm like, I don't know why I do this. Was like, I tell my wife, I'm like, I'll work out, maybe eat well. She's like, you can't do it a day before a photo shoot. I'm like, well, that's your thought. I think I can. So you
didn't eat?
I didn't eat a lot. So I got to eat. I had a nice burger at the Kraken game.
Yeah.
Had curly fries, by the way. Are those the most underrated fries out there? Curly fries.
I love a good curly fry. A seasoned curly fry.
Yes, I had seasoned curly fries in the Kraken game, and I'm like, why am I not having more curly fries? But
Agreed.
then I don't know what, Puck. You come out of Hooverville, and they got some, indie concert going on across the street at the Soto complex over there. There's more youngins over there. I don't know what they're listening to, but it's like I walk out of Hooverville, and there it is, just staring me in the face, and it's saying, "Come on over, Chris. Welcome home." And it's the hot dog vendor. And
you can't pass out. You can't pass up an opportunity for a good hot dog vendor coming out of any bar late at night.
So, Puck, I hope that God, my wife, does not listen to this episode because
I've looked at the ratings. No one does. So we're fine.
So we're okay. Kind of pump up the ratings. Okay.
We're big in ording.
Good. Let's pump up those numbers. I got to do my part. So go over there, enjoy the hot dog vendor, and once again, I'm still wearing my white dress shirt because I haven't had time to change. And I look down, Puck, and I've got ketchup, mustard all over this thing, and I'm like,
just a disaster.
I'm like, what am I doing? So I have to go back to the station and just kind of hunker down and just, sober up, get some water, enjoy. I got 2 hot dogs. I'm not going to lie.
Double dip hot dog night, a burger. You've got curly fries, Coors Lights, margarita, a cider. What a night for you, man.
All after the promo shoot.
Yeah.
I'm saying it was probably a 45,000 calorie night.
Yeah. That is a good night, man.
But you know what? God, I loved it. It was awesome.
I bet you didn't want to wake up today.
Well, Puck, here's the part. Don't tell the wife. The shirt was so bad. I'm like, Jesus.
You threw it away.
I just.
I wish you would have next time when you get into that. You got to take a picture of it. I want to see how bad it looked.
I was so embarrassed. I'm like walking to the station. I'm like, what the? Just when you get a good hot dog from one of those hot dog stands and they load it up. I mean, what
do you put on it? What do you go with?
I say everything. I don't like the jalapeno pep, but I love grilled onions. Tons of grilled onions. I'm a ketchup mustard guy. I know some people don't like ketchup on their hot dog. I love it on there. Onions. I love grilled onions, and I love just the cut fresh onions on there too. I'll double it up there.
Oh, you double it up.
Yeah, and then last night he sprinkled little chips on one of them for me, and
oh, you were hammered when you're putting potato chips on a hot dog. That you were overserved.
And you know what, Puck? I probably gave him a tip, and I don't know what I gave him, but he goes, Egan, anytime, my friend. And then put a little cream cheese on the second one. I thought that was good.
Sure.
Cream cheese. Yeah.
I have a tipping horror story, and I got to go back to the place I was at last night because I did not tip properly. And because I can't see, right? So I've got to wear these now. Right?
Like you can't see
close up.
Yeah, that happens to us.
So I'm looking down at the bill at the bar. It's a great bar. There's a great old bar in Ballard called the Sloop.
Okay.
I was down there and I'm paying and I'm asking her, I can't read what it is, and she tells me the bill, and then I'm just kind of, I got to get out of there, so I'm writing it down, and I realized that I only gave, thinking back on it now, I didn't even give. Let's see, 15? What was it? Yeah, no, I gave like 10%.
Oh boy, that's almost more of an insult. Isn't
it? Yes, that's what I'm saying. I think I gave less than 10% because I couldn't read the exact amount. And so I'm like, $20. I'm sure $20 is fine. And so I just wrote down $20. And I realized, and I'm like, she's going to look at that and go, what a cheap son of a bitch you are. So now I got to go back. And I know I've been there many times and I know her. And I got to go back and be like, hey, I screwed up last night. Here's an extra 20.
So, you haven't been back yet. So she's still thinking that.
Well, I haven't been back. Well, yeah, it was last night. I don't usually go back to the bar at 9 a.m. It's not open at 9, Chris.
What are you you tip a bartender? What do you usually tip a bar? I feel like I'm in the 30 to 40% tip range there.
Yeah, no, I usually, for bartenders, I like to go a little bit above and beyond with the bartenders, especially when they are, hey, Chris, what do you want? You want a refill? You know, when they're on, before you can even ask for it, like probably last night with your, 15 margaritas, whatever you were getting, and they're just putting them right back in your hand. Yeah, I mean, I like to go a little bit more.
I'm looking back on last night, Puck, and when I asked for the cider, I feel like he looked at me with disappointment now that I think about it.
Yeah, of course he did, because you shouldn't be ordering a cider.
Yeah, he goes, Egan, what do you want? I go, let's go with the apple cider. And he, you know what? I'm starting to think he was a little disappointed in me. I gave him a great tip, so he was happy, and I worry that the youngins don't tip enough, so sometimes I try to cover them. But
what were they all drinking? Trulies?
Yeah, they've got their
vodka soda.
No, some of them do they try to be in with the local IPAs, but they'll like sip on that thing like for 2 hours, and I'm like, didn't you order that like at 8 o'clock? It's 11 o'clock. What are we doing? So it's like a meal, Chris.
So now, are you not now? Fridays are a long day for you, right? Because now we're talking. We got the game of the week. This is a long day for you. You're like, God, I could really just hunker back in bed, get in the sweats, and maybe watch some really stream some Netflix shows.
You know what? Here's my problem right now, Puck. Is why I didn't. And also, I'm having trouble seeing because I didn't take my contacts off last night. So it's all kind of coming together.
God, you are a mess. Let me ask you real quick. Let's get into the weeds here. Can I get personal? Did you end up in bed or did you end up on the couch?
I fell asleep watching Vince McMahon on Netflix.
On Netflix. I got to start that show. I heard it's great.
On my couch. And I literally came home and I grabbed a couple of my son's ice cream bars.
What a night. This is like Hangover. This is Hangover Part 5. God, 2 hot dogs. We got to keep track at home. Coors Light, margaritas, cider, 2 hot dogs, ketchup and mustard everywhere, dilly bars from the freezer. He's got collagen in his coffee, whipped cream in his coffee. Jesus, man.
Let's clarify.
You're a mess.
I don't know why we do this as adults, but bars are from Trader Joe's, so they must be good for us.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Trader Joe's ones the Trader Joe's ice cream bars. I know the ones you're talking about. Those are fantastic.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's from Trader Joe's. It's okay. I'll have a couple of these.
Dear Lord, man.
But here's the problem, Puck, is usually with my system, how I work, it's like I can look ahead. When am I going to get some sleep? And I'm like, tomorrow I got to get up there and write a Kraken story early. Then we got the big game. We got Lake Washington, Issaquah. I can't, I got to give these kids everything I got.
Yeah.
It's senior night at Lake Washington. Issaquah's won 3 in a row. And then Saturday, I forgot I signed up to play in a pickleball tournament for cystic fibrosis. And that starts, the draw came out at 8 a.m. I'm like, what the? And then Sunday is coaching soccer day. So I got to get up at 9 a.m. and I go to work. So Monday will be my first sleep-in day. So that's when you start looking ahead and you're like, oh, God, when am I going to sleep? But whatever. That's why.
Coffee and I love the whipped cream in the coffee. It's just like cream. Put some more in.
Why not?
Take a hit. Actually, take a hit in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Come on, there you go. Oh man, I wish I had some whipped cream. Now I'm going to go to the store and buy some whipped cream.
I get the 3-pack at Costco.
I love whipped cream. Hey, I want to play something for you because I know that we're very jealous of probably what
Yeah, I hope my wife just really knows not watch this one. But okay, go ahead.
Really transpired last night. You saw. I mean, you're at the Kraken game. You saw what the Guardians did to the Yankees. It was one of the best baseball games that you will ever watch. But there's this guy who worked for the Guardians who put together like this video montage of the 2 home runs. The one from Noel and then the other one from Fry, and then did it around music from like Moneyball and then Celine Dion.
Goodness! Big Christmas has tied it! The ultimate present under the tree!
I love that Moneyball music.
Oh my goodness! John Kenzie Noel, the biggest swing of his life.
Swung on, hit high, hit deep to left. There she goes.
Celine Dion.
Oh.
Hey, wouldn't that be fun, Chris?
Why do I have Puck goosebumps all the way from my toes up to my neck right now?
Hold on, no one can hear you.
David Fry. And the magical 2024 season is not done by any means.
Wouldn't that be fun? Huh? Wouldn't playoff baseball be fun?
Oh, why do I have goosebumps from my toes up to my neck watching that? I mean, are we just kids in baseball? And it just God.
Well, because I said it last night, and most people are like, "Yeah, I agree." Yeah, and then there was a couple of people, "You're an idiot," which that's just social media. But yeah, it's the greatest sport we've ever invented. Yeah. It's just unfortunately not the most popular. Football is, but baseball is the greatest sport we've ever invented.
Football in the United States, soccer worldwide.
Yeah, I'm talking about. I'm talking about America. I'm talking about America, where we live.
We Americans love the glass. I 100% agree with you, Puck. I could watch baseball and eat hot dogs and drink margaritas 7 days a week.
I could just sit and watch baseball all day long. It's just and then even playoff baseball. It's just ramped up even more. And unfortunately, we don't get to be a part of it, ever.
Well, you know what? You can live through. It's fun to watch this Cleveland team with Matt Boyd. I've done many stories on Matt. He played for the Mariners, but Mercer Island kid went to Eastside Catholic, pitching for them. Just
pitched his ass off last night.
This kid is amazing. I mean, I don't know why in the end. I know it's a business and the Mariners didn't need him or he went somewhere else, but good for him. I'm happy for him that he's enjoying this ride.
You got Kyle Mazzardo, obviously Cougar. Hitting a home run, Coug legend.
Yeah. I mean, the great thing about baseball is we got a lot of local kids doing well in the playoffs. But yes, would I love to be in the stands with you, buddy, and our boys, and heck, our whole family there watching this thing? It's
just there's the baseball season is just so long, right? Yeah. And then it just builds up to this moment when you get into the playoffs, right? And it's just like you cling to every pitch. Like every pitch is the single most important pitch of the game, and it's like the first inning, and you're like, come on, there's so many more innings to go, but you're on pins and needles on that one pitch, and it's like that throughout. And there's no other. I mean, I think that the NHL playoffs have that to a degree. I don't think NFL playoffs have that. Basketball doesn't have that, but baseball does. It's just incredible.
No, and it was, and this is building. I mean, these four teams that are left remaining, everyone's a great storyline. I just think it's. I mean, you sit there and you watch like the Today Show, and they're all about it's Subway Series, Mets and Yankees, and the rest of the world is like, no, please, we don't need the Mets and the Yankees in there. So it's fun.
I want, as a baseball fan, I was talking about this, last night with some buddies that I want to see Dodgers Yankees.
Yeah.
I do. The whole history of it, the markets, all of it. I want to see Ohtani on the biggest stage. It's like today. I don't understand Major League Baseball's decision on this. I really don't. So they've got the pivotal game 5, right? Dodgers can close out the Mets. It's New York City. It's L.A. The game's biggest star in Shohei Ohtani. And first pitch is at 2:00 on the West Coast. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't understand what they're doing there. And then it's also like, I want to, not that I downplay, and yes, you can find these games, Puck, but gosh, I mean, we can't get these games back on ABC, NBC, or CBS. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. It just feels lesser to me when you got to go up to channel 55 on your TV and find the, American League Championship Series. So I don't know what the deal is with that and why they can't get a bigger brand as far as, and that goes probably back to your point as you began with, it's the greatest game invented, but not the most popular right now.
Yeah. So, it's behind. I mean, it's behind NFL, college. I mean, don't you think, right? It's NFL, college football, basketball,
I think NBA is definitely taking
NBA.
a jump up. Yeah, for sure.
And then baseball, right?
Yeah. No, I think so. I mean, I think we're starting to see as we get out of this streaming world and more teams are going to free TV again, that ratings are going back up again for a lot of these teams. But yeah, I think you nailed the order. I mean, and Puck, I don't even think it's close, honestly. I think the NFL is so far above everybody else right now. So.
When are you going to make a special appearance on the Kraken network with Furness? Has Furness damaged the place yet?
Well, I'm going to say this, and I need to sit down and talk to Ian, but I was around the set last night with Linda Cohn and
she's great.
Allison, and it's a great crew there. But I felt like Furness was kind of big time in me. Like, he didn't even, like, Linda Cohn gave me a wave, and Allison gave me a wave, and I got nothing from Ian. Like, I was like,
he's like that. He's like
and
that.
Maybe he was locked into his producer and his notes, and then he got up, and I thought he was going to come say hi, and he grabbed a water from somebody, and I'm like, am I wearing camouflage right now, Ian? I can't even get a hi. So
he likes the big time people.
I felt a little bit, Puck, but I wasn't going to let it spoil my night, and as you know, it did not. So.
No, it did not spoil your night. If anybody out there was on First Avenue around, I'm going to assume 12-ish, and has a picture of him eating a hot dog with mustard and ketchup just being squirted down his shirt, send it to me privately. I'm not going to share it. I just want to see it.
Oh, you can share it if you want, if you can find it. There could be some onions on that shirt still, too. I mean,
you mess. Just a mess.
Oh, what a night. What a night. Go Kraken.
Yeah, good for you, man. Good for you to be like you were 25 again. I love it.
Why not, right? We only, you know what? We got to.
You live one time. You got to do it.
You got to enjoy life. Too many people are out there just angry at the world. I know it's an interesting time right now, Puck, with politics, and everybody's kind of bunkering down, and everybody wants to just be angry. But you know what? Life is short.
Love it.
Go out there, enjoy it, have fun. Just be nice to everybody. It's simple. From the hot dog vendor to the bartender serving you cider, to even the Archbishop Murphy fan that says, "Egan, I watch Como News." You know what?
I like Mary Nom.
Give him a hug. You know what? That's fine. I'm here for your son tonight. I'm here to cover Archbishop Murphy because I care about you.
Yeah,
that's all right. You have a choice.
What do we got? What do we got tonight? Lake Washington, Issaquah.
Lake Washington, Issaquah, Kingco 4A, battle of two of the top teams. I don't think they're number one, but I think Issaquah's 3-0 in league. But a couple of teams that have never made deep runs in the playoffs, but good programs, good schools. Going to be fun. It's senior night. The Lake Washington kids have invited me to the tailgate zone tonight. Where Puck, I don't know what I'm going to do here.
You're going to be pounding some ciders is what you're going to be doing in the parking lot.
I won't be doing that in a high school game. I'm drying out right now.
Yeah, drying out.
They got 3 food trucks there tonight. I mean,
come on.
It would be disrespectful not to try out the food trucks tonight.
This is at Issaquah. They got a tailgate?
Lake Washington.
Lake Washington. And Lake Washington. Where do they play their games? On the high school?
Right on the campus there. Yeah.
On the campus, okay.
Yeah, the Kangaroos. So, and I do need to give a shout out to Archbishop Murphy and Anacortes. That was a fun Friday night last night.
Good.
Those two programs put on a good show, good coaches. I could see both those teams making a run in the playoffs. So it's going to be fun.
All right, my friend. We'll talk to you next week. Chris Egan joins us every Friday, brought to you by Fat Zach's Pizza, 3 locations: Sumner, Puyallup, South Hill. He's probably gonna hit a whole Fat Zach's by himself.
The calories aren't bad on this whipped
cream.
No,
calories aren't bad on whipped cream. So spray another one in your mouth. You're good. Home of the original, no big deal pickle pizza.
Yeah, only 1 carb. Wow.
You should just go one whole day
with whipped cream.
Just whipped cream and coffee.
Maybe I'll start the whipped cream coffee diet.
Why not? Book one of their 3 food trucks for catering, birthday parties, graduations, corporate events. Find Fat Zach's Pizza, Facebook, Instagram, and fatzachspizza.com. You can, of course, follow Chris on Twitter at Chris Egan 5, same as Instagram, and all of his work up at king5.com. You find these episodes up on YouTube. You can listen to them Apple, Spotify, wherever you find your podcast, and, of course, at pucksports.com.
You know what? And don't find me there. Just find me in person. Hooverville tonight, 1 a.m. I'll see you there, everybody. Love you.
There he is, Chris Egan from King 5 from earlier today. We had to record it early this morning. I'm probably pretty sure that Chris was still he was a little hungover still from the night before. What a mess. God. And what a fun night. Coors Light, margaritas, minus the cider. That's another debate. I just not into them. Don't get people that are into them. Bad. And then not one but 2 hot dogs. Gets home, ice cream bars, and McMahon Netflix. What a great night. So we caught up with them earlier today. A big thanks to, again, Fat Zach's Pizza for sponsoring Chris Egan every single week.